Right. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Boleh dengar? Can you hear me?
Can. Yes.
All right. Welcome back to computer-aided design with AutoCAD. And so this week we will have this combined S1 and S2. So the topic that we will cover for today is solid modeling. So last week I think I have shared 2 videos recorded from previous time. So I hope you already learned something from there, but I'm gonna recap the important notes from that, and let's get on to it. So this lecture is being recorded, so don't worry, I will share the recording soon, inshallah. So hope you can see my screen. So now I'm using AutoCAD 2023 on my machine. So for 3D drawing, so basically you have to start a new file. Start a new file by going to new. So you want to find something with the 3D on it. So like this one, ACAD ISO 3D. So meaning this is doing 3D or solid modeling in metric. In metric. That ISO, not isometric, that is international standard organization, which means we are using millimeters. If you use ACAD 3D, that is for you to work in inches. If you have to work with inches, you use ACAD 3D. Okay. I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, I still see some people do not understand the importance to select the correct template. So as I said, if you do 2D modeling, 2D drawing, you have to decide whether to use ACAD ISO or ACAD, but people just bulldoze, not understanding what I said, as if I'm speaking to the wall. So you must decide whether what template you want to use. So it's not a trivial matter. Okay, so for this one, let's say I'm gonna work in millimeters with 3D. So I use this template. So I guess for me, I have decided that my theme, all the colors is bright or light, and even the background is white. So it's up to you if you want to accept the default. It's going to be mostly black. So just like before, if you want to change anything, you right click, you go to options, or you go ACAD symbol up there, you can click here, options. So basically this is going to come out, and as you see in the command line, you'll see the word options. So if you want to write comments, you like to give comments, so you can also type options in the command line and hit enter. So the same box or same window will come up, pop up. And I guess if there are many tabs up there, you can go with the display, and you can click colors and do some changing here. So as you change, I guess you can see the preview over here to see whether you are changing the right thing. So not gonna. You can explore this thing. I'm not gonna spend time on that. I guess if you explore, I think it's much better lah. You see what will change as you change some of the settings there. All right. Other questions so far? All right, and then you see there are just one. There is only one layer as usual. You can change this. You can add layer properties. Click on that. You can add another layer, or you can also change that color on this layer. Say I want this to be black. Maybe I'm gonna add another layer. Um, say outline 1. Hit enter, outline 2. Hit enter 2 times. You create another outline 3. Okay. I think I'm not gonna worry about other layers. Basically, you can have the same type of line which is continuous, but you can change the color. I think I'm gonna have one in blue, one in magenta. You know anybody by the name Magenta? Sounds like a good name. All right, I guess red, blue, and green, or magenta, blue, and green. So maybe you can have another one in red. Who does not like red? Yeah. So that those colors are up to your choice. Up to your liking. So I don't really care. Maybe I'm gonna make outline 1 to be the active layer. So this one does not, even though you start with a template which is 3D, you are supposed to be ready for 3D modeling, solid modeling. For the most part, you are, but sometimes the workspace is not where you want it. So you click on the arrow. So you want to change, either you use basic or 3D basic or 3D modeling. Okay. So you see the spelling of modeling. If you are from British English, you have double L. Maybe even the Canadians, they have double L. But for Americans, Donald J. Trump, Joe Biden, so we all use modeling with single L modeling. So that's the difference in spelling. Just like the Malay language between Malaysia and Indonesia, and also Brunei, maybe even Singapore. So there's slight difference in spelling and word choice. Okay, so let's try with 3D basics. 3D basics. Who doesn't like 3D basics? So these are the icons or the functions that you have. So 3D basics, a lot of the icons or functions are big in size. You can go to different tabs. I guess the home tab is a bit standing out from the drafting and annotation, which is for 2D. So the home tab is the big difference here for the most part. So modify, if you don't see the thing that you want modify, you can click and expand down here. You have a lot of other choices. Okay, and let's see what we'll get in the other one, 3D modeling. So 3D modeling, you pretty much have the same as 3D basics, but since the icons are smaller, it shows that you have a lot more functions at your disposal. So you have many more functions. If you compare the modify, you have many things like these gizmos, 3D move, rotate move, rotate gizmo, 3D rotate. So all these are good stuff. Good stuff. For drawing also, you have a lot of other kind of like similar to 2D drawing. But yeah, it doesn't matter whether you want to go with basic or modeling. So let me start with the basic first lah.
Doktor, sorry doktor. Untuk 3D basic ni AutoCAD 2005 kat mana dia punya command dia? Saya tak jumpa cari ya.
Encik Adi,
Ya saya.
dekat atas ni ada. Ataupun if you look in my screen,
Tak sama.
ni klik dekat ada butang sini. Butang arrow ni, ada tak arrow ni?
Sebelah
Klik
share.
on-kan workspace ni.
Workspace.
Ni namanya workspace. Workspace.
Hmm.
Ataupun tak ada situ, cara lain kat sini ada 3 calit ni. Ayah anda 3 calit ni. Kat sebelah bucu bawah kanan. Lower left corner, right corner, lower right corner, klik kat 3 line tu.
Okay, dah jumpa. Thank you doktor. Thank you.
Okay, and so this is another way. Go to the 3 lines on the lower right corner. Kat sini pun ada apa nama tu? Workspace. Mana dia? Mana tak ada pi? Time tu nak cari tak jawab.
Saya pilih 3D basic kan.
3D basic pun okey.
Okay, thank you doktor.
Ni workspace switching. So if you turn workspace switching sini,
Workspace switching.
so you have this thing. Ni ada macam gear ni, gear logo on the bottom icons, bottom of the screen. Ada lambang macam tu. Itu adalah workspace switching. So you can click on that. So you can have access to 3D basic. So same thing lah. So either you work on the bottom part of your screen, or you go to the top part of your screen on the top left. Okay. Yang lain okay boleh jumpa 3D basic dengan 3D modeling. Okay. Alright. So when you have this kind of things, box ni, ini under create ni. Create. If you click on the arrow underneath the word box, ada macam-macam. Selain the box, you have cylinder, you have cone, you have sphere, sphera, pyramid, wedge, give them the wedgie, torus, donut, lapak donut, dia curi donut depan ni, and parasolid. Parasolid ni basically create wall, something like a wall, I guess for civil engineer or architecture mungkin dia banyak guna lah. Okay, so but for us, the top parts ni yang banyak kita guna lah. Okay, let's take a look. I guess this is self-explanatory. You can explore this yourself. But basically, I want you to know that dia punya concept is you create the tapak and then you raise the tapak. You create the base and then you raise from the base. Okay, so kalau kotak ni, the base will usually be in the XY plane. So when you are working in 3D, there are at least 3 planes lah. Mana plane tu is permukaan ataupun satah. So the 3 planes, basic planes will be XY plane. Okay, then kalau kita klik front ni ataupun top, so we get the XY plane lah. So XY plane, then you have apa nama ni, YZ plane, apa lagi, YZ plane, and itu lagi XZ plane. Okay. Ataupun orang Malaysia cakap Z. Saya ada kena-mengena dengan Amerika sikit, so Z. Boleh. Jangan menyempah lah. Anyway, that's the situation. So if you want to go back to you can click the home. Dekat cube ni ada gambar rumah ataupun macam pondok tu. That's home. If you right click on that, there are many things lah. Maybe you can, the default here is perspective. You can also create select parallel. Since you do not have something yet built yet, you do not see the difference. Okay, or you can go to home or just click on the thing. Yes, by default you are clicking the home. All right, you can zoom in, zoom out with your mouse roller. You see the grid will be changing. So I guess in 3D, maybe turning on the grid will be a good idea lah, but not necessarily lah. If you are used to working without grid, that is still fine. Okay, so the location of your XY plane will be where the base is going to be created. Okay, for example, if I want to create this box, so just click on the box. So click the box. So it will ask you specify corner. So let's say I want to key in 0, 0, 0, 0, hit enter. So you see I'm building the base in XY plane. So I can specify if I know the ukuran, I know the measurement. For example, I want maybe maybe that 49, I want to change it to 50, and then comma, Y there, I want it to be 100. So you see, I have created the base. Now I can go up or down, up and down. So from the base, it'll go perpendicular to create the height. So kita specify the height. That will create the volume. Okay. So height. So height kita kata I want to have 75. So that will be the situation. Okay. Boleh nampak? Okay. In this home tab, up above the drawing place here, right where together with the layer stuff, you have realistic here. This is view style, visual style. You can click there. You have many ways to see it. So this one, I guess, is realistic. You can have in conceptual. You can have hidden. So all different stuff. Maybe I like, or sometimes you can have it in wireframe. Okay. Can also have in sketch, something like that. In that beautiful, nampak macam lakaran. So ni pun boleh menarik. And satu yang lebih menarik agak things called X-ray. X-ray. So nampak macam macam see-through lah. Macam boleh nampak dalam tu. Boleh nampak isi di hati. Boleh. Okay, so so this is cool. This is cool, and if you change the layer hijau, dia akan nampak macam tu. Alright, boleh nampak screen? Okay, if you go to the pondok kecil, which is the home, right click on that pondok kecil. You can try to see if there's any difference parallel dengan perspektif. Ada sikit lah. If perspektif dia akan mencapah, it will widen on the top, if I'm not mistaken. Widen on top and smaller at the base. But if you don't want any of that stuff, you can just set it to parallel. I guess that's more realistic lah to me. I don't know. Okay, so that's the situation. And if I want to create a cylinder on this surface, so this is just drawing freely. So I can go here, cylinder. I want to choose this surface. So you can also go to the over here. You can click on object snaps. Go to 3D snap. Okay, and this is for 2D lah. But the 3D is also important. I guess you want to also click on the vertex, top 3 lah, midpoint, and also center of face. Okay, so this is different from the 2D OSNAP. So 3D OSNAP is also good. So center of face, you might want to turn that on. Okay, so ini ada tak? Right click. (3D OSNAP). Center of face. Okay, ada nampak bulat tu 3D center. Click on that. Okay. You can set the I think radius lah, radius of it. Say radius is 15. Okay, so you can set the height. Say this is 60. Okay, so now you see you have this one in green, the box, and you have the cylinder in blue. Okay, now go to magenta. Maybe the next one we want to try is maybe the wedge, the wedgie. The wedge. So this thing, working with 3D, you want to push in. You want to be able to rotate in 3D. So that one, you in the navigation bar on the right side of the screen or right edge of the screen, you see over there you have orbit. You can click on orbit and then click left click on your mouse and putau kan ya. Just rotate freely. rotate. Anybody feeling dizzy? Okay, this can make people dizzy and lost balance. Am I having a good time here? Okay, so let's say right about there. Okay, so you right click, you exit. Okay, so now you are working on this model from this angle. So back to click on the wedge. Yes, you can specify first corner, maybe specify that corner. Okay, and this one I want to specify here. Maybe that 86, I want to change it to 90 lah. 90. Right? So this can be tricky lah. Can be tricky. Maybe I want it to be that high. Okay, so if this is not oriented the way you want, don't be quarter. Don't be quarter. Okay, it's not in the way that I want it to be. So don't cry. Just keep calm and think with your head. What do I do? What do I do? So you can basically click on that. You see this big arrows. So that's called the actually the 3D move lah. So you can basically move this up. So but this is just moving in straight line. Click here, move, click and release. Click, release. So if you want to rotate, click over here, visualize, manage. Okay, so I'm looking for 3D rotate. 3D rotate, but I'm not seeing it. Not seeing 3D rotate. So in that case, this is a good place to use 3D modeling. 3D modeling. Okay, so in 3D modeling, you have the liberty to use a lot more functions at your disposal. Is this 3D scale? So you want to use 3D rotate. Click that once, and then choose click on the solid that you want to change. So and then hit enter or right click. Okay, here you can decide which ring. So there are three rings. Three rings. So you have one ring color blue color ring. Yes, one ring is green, and the other one is red. So you decide which ring you want to change. I'm gonna click on the blue ring, ring here, blue hoop, and move it 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So just gonna try 90 degrees. I think that's in the position that I want it. So and then I'm gonna use the regular move. So you have a 3D move. You can also have the regular move. So I can click on that regular move. Click on this stuff. Click on this move. Select object. Enter. Then click on that endpoint. Want to bring it all the way to this that. Okay, so the ukuran is not important here lah. It's just working freely. Okay, now I want this part to be flush with this surface on the green box. So this surface on the wedge needs to be flush with this this surface over there. So how do I do it? How do I do it? I guess I can also click on this. Oh, so that's one way to do it. Till I click there. So that works. Another way is to use this press pull, which is also cool stuff. Press pull and click on the surface that you want to move, which is this surface, and you can start moving it until maybe that point. Okay, so that's another way. So I guess in AutoCAD there are usually more than one way to do any action. All right, any questions so far? Tak ada? Semua faham? So far nampak menarik tak? You think?
Yeah, I think okay.
A lot of good stuff. Okay, because inshallah next week we'll talk about group project. So, but you have the choice whether you want to use solid or you want to use 2D, which is going to be more tougher, much tougher to do, to create your project. But you can still do it. All right. So if you see this thing, you have 3 colors on this thing, and actually they seem like they are not one piece. You have the cylinder, the box, and also the wedge. So they are all different colors, but even if they are same color, but they are still separate. They are not one piece. Okay, so let's change that. So how do we change that? By using solid editing. Solid editing. Solid editing. So solid editing is cool. Usually the thing that you want to use, maybe three of the things that you want to use is union, subtract, and sometimes slice. Sometimes. I guess the others you can also you can explore. Thicken also good. All right, so you want to make them one piece, one maybe one material, and it is supposed to be one united body lah. As they said, united we bersatu kita teguh, bercerai kita roboh. United we stand, divided we fall. Cakap orang putih. So let's use solid union. I guess the arahan is union. So union. So the color that will be the dominant color is the first one that you pick. So if I pick the blue one as the first, so katakan wedge and then the box. So when I hit enter, semua akan jadi biru because the first item that I chose was the blue. So if semula, if I redo this thing and union, pick the green one first and then the blue then the magenta, hit enter, everything will become green. So it's important to identify which one is the first selection, which one you select as first. Okay, so if you put out this thing, you rotate, we call it orbit, orbit. So it can look like that. It can look like that. Very fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. All right. So let's create a hole. How do we create hole? Is by creating another another cylinder lah. So let's put that hole in red color. So again, I go to my cylinder. I want to create the hole over here lah, starting over here. So make sure you get the, okay, if you cannot seem to get that, okay, so that is wrong. Why is it in this way? Because the base follows, like I said, the XY plane. So our XY is still in this direction. So another way, there are two ways to do it. Maybe one way is when you click on cylinder, you over here you right click, go to OSNAP and 3D OSNAP center of face. Okay, and then you see that very faint circle called 3D center. Click that, and then you can create. Maybe set it at 7 or 6.5, 6.5. Then you can create the cylinder lah. Cylinder. Okay, so that's one way. But if you another way, you can move. So oftentimes you can move your coordinate system. So see here, either in modeling or in basic, you have coordinates. So you want to change, if you know your base is supposed to be in certain direction or certain surface, certain orientation, so you can create that. Okay, so that is by rotating this around something lah. Okay, so you have the way to rotate about X, about Y, about Z. So in this case, I'm gonna rotate about X, and you'll see why. And I want to so the Y to point like that. So here, if I orbit this a little bit, so now you can see X and Y will be in that direction. So if I want to create my cylinder just now, I guess if I don't want to mess with the object snap, 3D object snap, maybe I found it difficult. So I click on the cylinder. Now I just go over here. So get that cylinder. So it's easier to get it. I think that's. But we can also try working with the object snap on the fly, of object snap override. Okay, anyway, so whichever way you want to create that cylinder, this cylinder is not, since I want to create a hole, so this cylinder is just going to be there for us to create the hole, to buat lubang. So when I how to create the lobang is to do subtract lah, subtract. So do subtract. You click on subtract on this solid editing. So select object that you want to keep. So which is the green part. Click that, and then you hit enter. And then the object that you want to use as cutting, so which is the red one, and then hit enter. Okay, you see, you get yourself the lubang lah. Boleh? Click that. You go to the to the orbit, and you see this thing. Alright, any question? Ada soalan? Dia mau bagi pendapat ni. Okay, on the slanted surface here, you can also do some work. For example, I want to create a cylinder which is perpendicular to that surface. I think we can do that. We can do that. Can we? Okay. So in that situation, you have to create your XY plane on this slanted surface. Slanted tu sengit lah. On the surface yang sengit. So that one, I think you can use. It's called origin. I think this is the this one, origin. So the important stuff here is this change, rotate about X, Y, or Z. And then another coordinate stuff is called the origin. This is also important. And the last one is UCS world, is to get back to the original UCS that you want, that you want. What is this? UCS. Origin. Okay, so origin. Okay, let's try origin now. Specify point. So say I want to put the base of the axis here, and then dia tanya sini. Okay. Sorry. So this one origin will move it macam translate new origin. So if I want to go back to the original recipe, click the world will go back like this. XY on the flat surface, on the flat ground, and like that. So this is how it was originally. So that's by clicking the world. And for the flat surface, I guess it's not origin. I guess this UCS. Click on the UCS. So this is also another important tool. Click UCS, specify origin of UCS. So you want to click there. And then tanya situ, next arahan, specify point on x-axis. So I want x-axis to point this way on that vertex, and then y I want it to point this way. Okay, So now my SATA, my base SATA will be sengit macam tu. So if I click on the right here, it'll be like that. So XY will be on this surface. Okay. And you can turn off if that's helping you. And then, so if I want to create the cylinder, can click cylinder. This surface, maybe that's 20. Okay, and then maybe specify height 45. Contoh. All right, so yep. Okay, so okay, exit. So this is something new lah. So if I want to create another extract edge. I think this is also cool stuff. Extract edge. You can click on that. Okay. And sometimes you can turn this into wireframe. So sometimes it's hard for you to see. So now I want to click on that extract wireframe, and I want to click that one and enter. Can I extrude this one? Enter. Okay, so I can extrude. Back to X-ray. Okay, so this cylinder, the big cylinder, I want it to be part of the green. So I want to use union. Okay, union. So click on the green one first, and then hit enter. And then click union. Click green one and also the red one. Okay, and then only enter. Okay, for subtract, I want to click the green one first. This subtract, green one, enter, and then the red one, enter. Okay, so now you have that lobang, but that lobang is not really circle lah. It's more like a bujur or ellipse. Anywho, are you guys having fun with this thing? Think this is fun? Or do you think this is funny?
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Very difficult.
Very difficult, but actually, it can help you for your project lah. Okay, if you remember before the break, 2 weeks ago, we learned how to create the isometric drawing and also the orthographic. So this one will make it easier for you to produce those drawings. Okay, I will show you in a bit. Okay, so let's say we have enough fun here. So I'm gonna exit, and I want to bring back my X coordinate system back to the original recipe. I click on the use as well, so I'll go back there. Okay, let's save this thing. I'm gonna save it as a 3D class. 3D plus 1. Okay, you can save it any name that you want. Okay, so now that that is done, and what I'm on created. So let's make a drawing out of this. Make a drawing out of this. Go to layout, any layout, layout 1 or 2. Delete this. Okay, so ni sama je. I think I've gone through this a dozen of times. Okay, so you go to layout, click that again, page setup. To bikin setup lah sini. Okay, so and then make sure you highlight layout 1 and then modify, and click the print to PDF. Actually, there are other PDF printers as well, but I think I like this one the most. Okay, and then choose the paper size that you want. There are a lot more choices to choose from, but we stick to A4. So usually we either A4 or A3 lah. Here in Malaysia, usually we either go A4 or A4 or A3. Unless you have a bigger machine, you can print bigger sizes. All right, but actually, since we are just producing PDF, I think we can select as big as you want, if that is available. So you can click preview, see if the paper is good. So no dash lines means the whole paper can be printed on. And make sure scale is 1:1. Usually that is what you want. And here, usually I'll just choose either ACAD or DWF virtual pens. Sometimes you can also choose the monochrome, but I guess let's go with the ACAD CTB. You can click that to see. So usually in ACAD CTB, you want the color to use object line type, line weight or line style. So whatever you decided in your layer, it will follow here. So if your line width is 0.5, so that will be used here as well. Okay, so I'm gonna click on save. But if you choose DWF, so usually the setting here is a bit different. Use object color. So you specify that over here. Okay. But I guess if you down here you set it to follow your layer, I think that's the best. So it doesn't matter whether DWF or ACAD CTB. I think you are in good hands. So whatever changes you want to make in terms of line weight, you change it in your layer. Usually. All right, and then you can click OK and close. So this is what you get. I think it's appropriate. So what I'm gonna do next is to insert my table, my border, title block and border, or title drawing sheet. So go to insert. So I have to look it up. So you can either, if it's not seen yet, it's not seen in the recent one. So if that is what you want, that's cool. But if you don't find what you are looking for, you can click the, I think this one, and go look for your title block. Go to the right folder and look for it. Okay, so here I'm gonna use this one. Yes, this is the one that I want. I like. So click that. Okay, lama. So this one, before you do that, I guess you want to hit home and make sure you have in the right color. So I guess black is set in 0. So I'm gonna set that at 0. Then only I insert. And here I'm gonna just usually before this I have to eyeball, put it, strain my eyes and try to get that very edge or very corner. So, but actually we can just key in 0,0 and make our life less miserable. Okay, like that. So you can preview if you want, see if everything is good. Preview, plot preview. Okay, I think it looks good. Exit. And now you want to call in your drawings. Call in your drawings. So here, if you use 3D, you do not have to create your viewport. Do not create your viewport. So instead, you go to base from model space. Okay, you see? Okay, so here you can choose, before you put it there, you can choose from different, so usually you want to choose your front view lah. So what is listed as front view might not be the real front view. So I'm gonna cancel here now. So if not told, my front view will be from this direction, from this left. I want left view lah. So left view will be my front view. And let's say I want to follow third angle projection. So I want to have left, then so from here, so I want this view to be my right view, my front view. So whatever it is. So now go back to layout 1, layout, base. Okay, I want to choose left. Yep, I guess I want that. Okay, so and then before you put it there, based on the space that you have, you might want to try to increase the size here, scale. So this is 1/4. How about half scale? I guess half scale is going to work. So half scale is going to work. So I put it there, then hit exit. So that will be my top, and this will be my side view, and this will be my isometric. And then if you are satisfied, you hit enter. Okay. So this arrangement is not third angle. This is first angle. Okay. I guess by default the setting is first angle. How do I know that? So under layout, click on styles and standards. Click on that. So you see under drafting standards, under drafting standards, view STD. I think the arahan, the command is view STD, view standard. So you see the default selection is first angle projection. So I dislike that, but this is something you have to face the reality lah. Some company, some negara, some country might prefer this kind of thing. So you still need to know. When I was a student, I was not taught this way. We all use third angle automatically. We were taught third angle. I don't know, maybe I was sleeping when my professor taught the first angle. I don't know, maybe. But I think even in the books, I did not see the first angle. But then again, I might miss that that page. Okay, so for now, I guess I just gonna keep it at first angle. But maybe in the second one, I can change that, or maybe I can show you how to change that. I can change that. If I don't want to change that, yeah, I think can click delete here. So click here, change it to third angle, hit OK. Okay, and then redo the base thingy. So I guess we decided that left will be our front, and change that to half a scale. And put my front over there. Hit exit, top on top of the front, and right side of the front. Okay, and then you have the isometric snuggle over there, and then hit enter. Hit enter. You can click on the isometric. You can edit view, I guess. Click edit view. If you want to have it in solid like that, you can. So hash visibility. Okay, so let's accept it as that. And okay, now you can put in the what? The dimension. So home, annotate, I guess. So you can put maybe this dimension. Okay, so I don't like the British style. Modify that. This one to period. Text, I want it to be centered, horizontal. I guess the size is good. So I'm gonna hit OK. Hit OK. So it'll be like that. And then what else? This one to here. Reassociate. Okay, and then maybe you want to have this diameter. Not really. That diameter, and also another diameter for the hole. And what else? This one. Line. Okay, I guess, yeah. Here to here. And, all right. Okay, I guess you get the idea lah. If under layout, click layout. You can also have projected. Select parent view. So this is the parent view. What else? Okay, section is also common. You can click on full section. This one can create the section from here all the way to here. Okay, yeah. Section view. Okay, I guess hit enter and you get like that. Hit exit. Okay, so that's a section view. So usually if you have a section view like that, you can delete this thing. You can delete this thing, and maybe delete all this thing. So use this as a pengganti to your for how to move this thing. Pengganti for your front view. So you don't need no front view anymore. So you use this but the same thing, same information can be obtained. Okay, so then you put your annotation balik pada ni tadi. Okay. Okay, so I guess you get what I'm trying to say here. All right, so okay, so that is the main thing, and you have to fill up this box like this way, and double click that as the block. So can change, especially the scale. Scale sini adalah 1 to 2. Okay, so class. So in this case, your case DELG or BEKM ke apa, whatever your program is. Course is our class. So BMKU 1 1 2 3 2 1 2 3 1. Apa kita punya code 131312, something like that. So that's a code and so on so forth. So this is Dr. Sas, and don't forget your name and whatnot. Your name, Labu, apa, Trump. Dia awak kata saya peminat Trump lah. PMX. Muhammad, okay, whatever, put your name lah. Okay, so enough chit chat. So after you're done, you close, save the changes, so you get this. So make sure your drawing have this thing, all dimensions are in whatever unit, in mm ke inches, unless otherwise specified. So unit is also important sebab from time to time for accreditation purpose, you'll get some professors and engineers from outside. They will look, and among the things that they like to look is whether our students put in the unit in their drawings. Okay, so that's a tip to help us get good accreditation for our program. So you can see here, this thing is like jagged. It's not real nice. So I guess I think it's a good thing to edit the view and maybe choose a different, maybe this one much better than this. So I guess visible line. So yep, ain't that beautiful? Okay, so kalau macam ni boleh dapat A?
Boleh.
Boleh okay, thank you. Okay, so sini, so bagi spread out the apa nama ni, dimension jangan semua kat satu tempat. Okay, maybe another one is for this one. Okay, all right, I guess it's a good place for us to stop, and you guys can try. Not sure whether I want to assign anything, but I guess you can also try to do this thing, this example in the notes. I guess from page 11, you can try this example. It looks pretty much like what I just did. Okay, and but this is good. Maybe try to do this thing and follow the instruction here, example, and from there, I guess it also talks about pretty much like what I did, but I think it also talks about how to make some screw. If you have some screw, you can do that. I guess in later page. Unscrew. Okay, so yeah, this one. So if we want to do the screw, I guess we can try to do that. Yeah, we can extend scale. Screw. Screw is basically from draw. You have to create this thing. It's called helix. Helix. You can create the helix. Maybe set the helix to okay. So this is just 15. Okay. Top is also 15. So you can create this helix. Maybe I want to have 10 turns. 10 turns like that. Okay. So I'm not sure what is the radius here. How do I think it was 13. Okay. This is 13. 13. So this one should be 13 also. So can I can I modify this thing? So I guess make that 13. Okay, and then what you want to do next is create maybe I don't know, maybe something yeah, 2.5, I guess. Radius 2.5. So I want this one to follow the spring here and create kind of like something like spring. So I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe this one. The modeling and the extrude, you go to sweep. Select object to sweep. So this is the object. Okay, and then hit enter. Path, this one. Okay. So and then you push in kan dia. Nampak macam besar sangat. Okay, so let's undo it. The undo. Maybe this one I want to be much smaller. Maybe 1.5. All right. Then go this sweep path is this one. Okay, I guess that's more like it. Maybe lah. Okay, and then I want to pusing any 90 degrees. And how do I do that? By using this gizmo, 3D rotate, and rotate, I guess, the red, this thing red by 90 degrees. Then I want to okay, if I have another cylinder, okay, another cylinder like that, and then inside it I have another cylinder. Then this cylinder I want it to be okay, the diameter is 13. Diameter 13. Okay. Oh no, diameter 13 is too small. I guess radius 13. 13. So if I delete that or subtract this one and minus the blue, want to put this one on top of that. So I have to move this back to 90 degrees. Then move this somewhere there. That. I guess delete this. So in this case, I guess create the turn on the quadrant. Then go all the way to that other quadrant. Okay, and then draw the bulatan katakan 1.75, and then that using the sweep, that one follow this path. Okay, let's do that again. This one, and the path is this one. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I guess starting to see the shape there. And then you can gabungkan lah, union it, union this one. So the blue one, maybe blue one and the magenta. Okay. So, but actually it's not necessary to do that. But I think sure nice to see the groove or the helix for the screw and also for bolt. Okay, I guess that's all the time. Let me stop sharing. I will definitely share this stuff after I upload it to YouTube, and hopefully you can try to follow it and also use the PDF notes and try to replicate that, and I will make that as one of the homework. I forgot the homework number for the next one. But sure is on next Tuesday, next week, we will be talking about what is the group project. So I very much encourage you to use the 3D modeling approach to help you do the project. Because if you do it in the previous way, two-dimensional, I guess it's going to take you a lot more effort in order to come up with the drawing. Okay. And so next week I will talk about the balloons and all the other stuff, like here the bomb, and this is the balloon, and this is parts list, or they call it bomb, bill of materials. So all these things are very important for the complete drawings also. Okay, so thank you very much for coming to this class. You guys stay safe during this festive time. Stay vigilant, and don't forget your homework, and don't forget to have good time as well. Help your parents, your family, and I'll see you guys next week, inshallah. Assalamualaikum, and have a good one. Bye-bye.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.